Hey, something pretty interesting is happening in the crypto market, and I would like to speculate a little bit on that because we got the Bitcoin ETF and Bitcoin didn't do shit. Matter of fact, it did exactly the opposite of what I expected. And the altcoin market is responding quite positively, mainly because of Ethereum. Now, I do have a theory that I would like to share with you. Comment down below if you agree on that. In the meantime, subscribe to the channel, turn the bell notification on, and please like the video. Would help me a lot, would help yourself a lot as well. But what I find is interesting is that we got the Bitcoin ETF, and this week Bitcoin is up with 4%. Now, if we do take a look at Ethereum, it is up with 16% this week. And if we do take a look at the altcoin market, it's up with 12% this week. So the ETF is approved. ETFs, all the ETFs are approved. Bitcoin up 4%, altcoins 12%, Ethereum, also an altcoin, but Ethereum 16%. What do we make of that? Well, we know that there's an ETF application for Ethereum as well, multiples. And the first one, the deadline is May this year. And people kind of speculate that it's very likely that Ethereum ETFs will be approved as well. It's maybe a little harder, but it's very likely that they will get approved as well. Now, the thing is that with Bitcoin, it was 100% priced in. It's now clear, right? The money that actually comes into crypto because of these ETFs is not priced in, but everybody that was already in the market, yeah, we all knew that the ETF was coming, and of course, the ETF itself doesn't pump Bitcoin because everybody already bought because of it. But the speculation towards the ETF, which we basically had for the whole year, was very strong. Now we have the same speculation for Ethereum, and therefore I think it's that Ethereum is catching up a little bit right now. If we do take a look, Ethereum from the bottom until where we are right now is up 190%. So Ethereum finally was playing some catch up with Bitcoin. Bitcoin last year, went up very hard. Half a year later, altcoins finally caught up, and now Ethereum was already kind of catching up, but now with this spike, it's really catching up. So, what I think is that Ethereum will do pretty fine towards the ETF, and then well, probably that money will flow into altcoins, and that could cause an alt season. But that's for at least the first half a year, not relevant in my opinion. But this was really against my expectations. Why? Well, a couple of months ago, we got the fake ETF news, and Bitcoin mooned, and the dominance mooned, and therefore I expected, like, yeah, if we now get the real ETFs, the dominance will go up like crazy. But the dominance actually went down. Yeah, I was completely wrong about that. It is so like, what the hell? What the hell? Right? You get the fake news, so you have an effect, so you can expect that if you get the real news, it has the same effect, but it did the complete opposite. Yeah. Therefore, I think it's like it was priced in. People are now moving that money into Ethereum, as Ethereum is very much lagging behind against Bitcoin still. Like if you look at Ethereum, Bitcoin, it has been going down. This here was the Ethereum brain fart right here, the merge. It's what it's called, and it did like nothing. After the merge, it just went down, 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 and we really broke down. And it looks like it is bouncing here a little bit, and now it's playing some catch up. But now this support here for Ethereum Bitcoin has become resistance, and I don't know, man. I don't know. Ethereum is super weak, but it is at least on the dollar pair catching up a little bit, right? But not because Ethereum is strong. As you can see against Bitcoin, it is very weak. But on the dollar pair, it's only doing fine, right? Because Bitcoin was doing way finer already. Well, you know how the money flows, right? Bitcoin, Ethereum, large caps, small caps, alt season. If you do take a look at the altcoin market, look again. Look at Bitcoin, right? and look at altcoins. Altcoins are doing fine. It's not as parabolic as Bitcoin is, right? Where it went from in 1 year from 15K to 48K, right? What did Bitcoin do? It did a 213% gain. Well, altcoins are not that far from that. Altcoins made a 230% gain, right? So, but it's not as parabolic. It's moving more slow but steady, and well, this is more safe in my opinion if you see such a grow, at least. But purely technical wise, altcoins are sitting at big resistance, right? Big resistance, and we already got rejected there for a couple of weeks. You see these wicks, right? Every time we come there, the bears be like, no, and we get slapped back down. But we are holding this, right? So, like I said, 1 or 2 videos ago, it could be that this now becomes the new range for a while, right? I mean, we were ranging, give or take, right? Give or take, whatever, here for a long while, right? Now we move one range up, and maybe, well, this will be the range. It could be, it could be. Nothing is always only up and super parabolic. Hey, it could be that the coming half a year will be extremely boring, right? Overall, I must say that this year is going to be fantastic for crypto, right? Going to be fantastic. Whether Bitcoin does this first or even this, doesn't matter. That's normal, right? That's very normal. Would be exceptional if it doesn't do that, right? But apart from this, I think it will do exceptional. Why? Brains, come on, use them. I mean, Bitcoin ETFs, we have it. Ethereum ETFs probably coming. Sorry for Ethereum ETFs probably coming. The elections, markets love election years. That's just fact. It's more likely at the end of the year that the real elections are, but hey, it's already starting. Elections, rate cuts. There's a very high chance that May, somewhere like that, the market expects some rate cuts. Not my field, so I don't know for sure, but it's what I heard on another YouTube video. The Bitcoin halving, right? We have all these major bullish events for crypto. You can say whatever you want, but I can say this with full conviction. The Bitcoin ETFs are the most bullish things that ever happened to Bitcoin. Ever. By far. Right? By far. And like I said a couple of videos ago as well, we need it. We need the ETFs because crypto is an unsafe piece of shit place. Some people disagreed with me, what I said in that video, but I agree with me because crypto is just unsafe. If you think you're smart, you'd be like, oh yeah, no, I'm not putting it on an exchange, because look at FTX, right? Exchanges are unsafe. So let me put it on chain. Then the fucking chain gets drained, right? And then there are people, well, no problem. I have all my money on the ledger. Haha. Yeah. Fucked up, right? Where can you put your money? Well, it's nowhere is really safe, right? Self-custody, it sounds terrific. It sounds great, but yeah, be prepared to lose everything, and you cannot blame anybody. You won't have an insurance, so it's a high price you pay for that. Yeah, for me, it's not really worth it. I don't care. I rather put at the end of this bull run, I will take all my money out of crypto and I will put it in the beautiful bank that everybody hates so much because banks are corrupt. I don't give a fuck. At least my money is way safer on a bank than anywhere in crypto. But now we have an ETF multiples. Yeah, they don't hack those, right? So you can actually now buy Bitcoin and, well, no, you don't know anything, but it's safer than ever, right? So that makes it a lot more mainstream. Now my grandma, well, let's not talk about that. My grandma's not alive, but now grandmas feel like, oh, I can buy Bitcoin. It feels good for me now. She doesn't need to know how it works, right? It doesn't matter. The ETF will fix it. It's okay. So ETF, most bullish thing ever for crypto, for Bitcoin, for crypto in general, by far. So we have a fantastic year. And of course, Bitcoin doesn't pump right away, right? It's not that all money comes. It's for the long term, for the coming bull run. It's like, let the money flow in, right? It's not like we had a crazy pump because of it. Yeah, a little bit of a wick, right? But it's not a buy the rumor, sell the news event or anything. But look at this pump. This was priced in. And it turns out, right? Because the price didn't do shit. Well, it is the biggest event ever. So yeah, that's my 2 cents on that. But yeah, again, the Bitcoin dominance against my expectations dropped, right? Made 0 sense in my head when it happened. It still doesn't really, to be honest, because I guess that people were already pricing it in and now moving money to Ethereum because that ETF is coming. But yeah, when the fake news happened, that was the same narrative. I don't know. But the Bitcoin dominance dropped, and I must say that I don't know, man. We'll have to see if this holds, purely technical wise. Fundamentally and narrative wise, I cannot see a lot of reasons for the dominance to go way higher, to be honest. So, hey, it is time for me now to put some Bitcoin into altcoins. Like I said, I've been buying a lot of Bitcoin instead of altcoins, and people were like, "Oh yeah, you sucker, you missed out on the altcoin market." Yeah, not really, because altcoins kind of did the same gains as Bitcoin did, but we know that Bitcoin is safer, so it doesn't matter. But now I can put that Bitcoin into altcoins, and if we do take a look at the altcoin market on its Bitcoin pair, we'll see this right here. It's quite low. So whenever this goes up, you can ride that wave. So that's what I'm going to do. Now I'll make a video on which altcoins I'm going to buy exactly. The altcoin dominance right here. Looking bullish. I haven't seen this in a while. But this yellow line, this goes back to 2017. So much resistance, so much support right here. It's a huge level, and it looks like we are breaking it. The bull market support band is going there. So it looks like altcoins are ready to finally actually dominate the space again. We were sitting at 19%. This excludes Bitcoin, Ethereum, and stables, right? This purely altcoins. 19% is a fuckload. Right? We're now sitting at 12%. We came from 8, give or take, right here, right? And yeah, it's a beautiful parallel channel. Altcoins are overall dominating more, but of course we have better altcoins. We that there are now actually utilities that we can use, and not just a good project with an altcoin that we really don't need, right? There are actually some good altcoins right now. USDT dominance is one of the most interesting charts, in my opinion, that nobody really talks about, because this shows how much USDT is dominating the crypto space. And yeah, it has been falling, and it looks like people have been cashing out USDT to put it into crypto, and it looks like this wants to break down as well. Let's see if I draw it correctly, right? Well, we are sitting at big support right here, but we have these wicks, so it wants to break down. Let's see if it happens. This is a hard level to say anything logical, because if it breaks down, we see a big inflow of money into crypto, but major support level, it could just be that it bounces and that we see a major outflow. So I don't want to call anything right there yet. Overall, the market is what I maybe think could happen, is that we see a decent pullback because the hype is over, right? Everybody was talking about ETF, ETF, ETF. Just wait for the ETF. We got the ETF and nothing, fucking absolutely less than nothing happened. So it could be that people end up a little disappointed and be like, okay, fuck this Bitcoin, I'm selling this. Right? And for now, they're selling this for Ethereum. So that's good. It stays in the market. But it could be that people at some point be like, you know what? See this pump? Maybe I should take some profits, right? Maybe people will use their brain. I'm sorry, but if you rode a good wave right there and you're not taking any profits, then you're a moron, right? Sorry, I don't want to offend anybody, but look at this pump. if you don't have to take everything out, but if you're not taking some profits, it's stupid. And I feel like most people haven't done that yet, but they will, right? And why? Well, because one person starts, the price goes a little lower, then the next one sees like, oh shit, okay, let me sell as well. Snowball effect, and then we're coming back to reality, and then there is no ETF narrative that backs it up because we already had that. So it just might be the narrative for a good correction to finally start right now. And again, a good correction is nothing special, really. If you go look, yeah, I've said this so many times, right? But in 2015, pre-halving year, we went up 2x and we came down again. In 2019, pre-halving year, we went up 4x and we went down 70%, right? And yeah, COVID, okay, without COVID, it was 50%, right? This pre-halving year, right, we went up, but we did not came down yet, right? So yeah, of course, this time might be different. But what I just said, like, hey, maybe people now start to take some profits, and there's not a real narrative that backs it up for now. Hey, we don't need a bad event to make the price go down. Like I said, it pumped hard, right? Nothing that pumps that hard stays there. Look at any pump. Which pump was really that sustainable? Right? You had a huge pump, but it didn't sustain. Huge pump eventually didn't sustain, right? Pump didn't sustain, pump didn't sustain, pump did. And we might go higher first, I don't know. But what I do see is that I said earlier, like a couple of weeks ago, it is very likely that Bitcoin goes to $48,000, maybe $52,000 before we see a good correction. And where did it went? 48,975. That's at this level right here, which is a big resistance level, and like I said, I expected a correction from this point up till this point right here, and we already have a good wick. But then again, on a monthly, last month we had a big wick as well, and we went higher. So hey, it's not over till it's over. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we go, surpass new all-time highs. For all I know, all I know is the market is super unpredictable, and sometimes it really doesn't make sense. So for me to make short-term predictions is dangerous because there are like all these smart gurus on the internet that do know, and they come at me and be like, you were wrong about something, ban your channel, delete your channel, kill yourself. Like, what the fuck? Okay, right, like. So to make all these short-term predictions, yes, I can already promise you, if I make 10 predictions, there will be a couple of wrong predictions right there. I'm a human after all. But no, it just doesn't make sense. I stand to what I say though. Like I said, 48, 52, then good correction, and if I'm wrong, hey, that's good because then we go up, right? And if I'm right, then yeah, I'm right once. Let's celebrate. No, it's good because I have some cash on the sideline. I hope you have as well. It's always good to have some cash in whatever the market is. So I want to leave it here. I wanna really leave it here. One thing that stands out to me though is that. That's interesting. Look, I mean, we have these wicks, right? We go up right here, but we have all these wicks at the upside. So every time we get there, it gets sold off. And the next month we push it a little bit again, so we're higher, and we have a wick, and it gets sold off again. It's going up, but it's not strong, right? If you look at a real bull market, hey, we go up. Well, this wick's basically nothing. We go up again, no problem. We go up again, it's basically nothing. And here we had a big wick, right? This was also a little at the top of the bull already. This was the distribution phase, right? But in the real bull market, you do not really see these wicks. If you look at the 2019 pump, for example, hey, we pumped, but we had a good wick. We pumped, but we had a good wick. We pumped, we had a really big wick, right? And that's where the downtrend really started. It's, of course, Bitcoin, I would be crazy to say if it's not strong, right? But we do have these wicks which are getting sold off pretty strong. So yeah, that's kind of what stands out to me. Do with that info whatever you want. I think it's not unwise to take some good profits off the table for now, because you do not want to invest in whatever, down here or down here, make some good money, and then see that the market goes down and you did not take any profits because you thought like, hey, crypto doesn't go down, right? Like, yeah, sometimes crypto goes down. So you don't want that, man. It's better. Worst case scenario, you do take some profits and it goes up. So what? You go up more. That's like, it's putting it safe, right? Like, I don't know. That's at least how I like my risk reward ratio. So yeah, that's it. Like the video if you do like the video. If you don't like the video, like the video. Like the video no matter what, man. Push it into YouTube's algorithm so more people can laugh at me. Subscribe to the channel, turn the bell notification on. See you guys tomorrow.